According to Humanitarian Assistance and Development Services, HUDS, the rate at which women are being trafficked and those suffering the wrath of gender-based violence are alarming, thus coming up with projects that will aid in ending the situation.
It's a distribution day. We have invited our donor and beneficiaries to receive things that we give out that help them in various ways, especially in livelihoods, SGBV, and human trafficking.
Betty Akatkwasi, a gender-based violence officer working with care and assistance for forced migrants, a national organization, notes there is a need to enhance access to justice for vulnerable refugees, provide quality and responsive gender-based violence interventions, as well as strengthen child protection safeguards. She adds these cases have been fueled by silence since most cases are not reported.
People who are at the front, who are supposed to give information or to report, they don't. They cover up such vices that are happening in their communities. And also another challenge being that some people are timid, are not empowered to come out and say this and this is happening in our communities. So that one makes our work kind of difficult, because if the people that are affected have not come out to say ABCD is happening to us, at times it becomes very difficult for us to address such issues.
According to Akatukwase, ending this vice will take a collective effort since gender-based violence affects all genders and ages.
Gender-based violence affects everyone. It affects men, it affects women, it affects children, it affects girls. So the main agenda of Spotlight Initiative is to end gender-based violence or violence against women and girls. So what we are doing is to ensure that everyone is involved. Me and you alone cannot end just gender-based violence. Organizations cannot. UN cannot if everyone is not involved. Because we realize that both the perpetrators and survivors are within our communities. Men can be perpetrators, women can be perpetrators. So for us to end gender-based violence, we have to ensure that every one of us is involved. Everyone understands what they are ought to do to end gender-based violence.
Meanwhile, Kenneth Henry Kanyike, the chairperson LC1 of Mutinda, expressed his gratitude to the organization for pledging support to the vulnerable groups in his community.
Just to thank them and all their partners for this initiative to empower women. And I know that by empowering women, you actually empower the home and also the country as a whole. I've seen and heard the testimonies of so many people who have been assisted here today. And I believe there's many, many more that are not here that have been supported by this organization. It is commendable work that you have done, and we encourage you to do more and be supported to do more by partners like the UNDP.
The organization has since had over 800 beneficiaries since 2020. Speaking to some of the beneficiaries, this is what they had to say.
We've benefited a lot, and that is initially we used not to. Okay, we were working from behind, I would say. But when these people came, the Spotlight Initiative and the HUDS program came, we were brought to the front. And how have we benefited from here? We've had exposure. And it's through exposure that we have managed to make it financially, socially.
In 2021, the government reported 537 cases and approximately 15.4 million people are trapped in modern slavery around the world. This includes 10 million children and 4.8 million people in forced sexual exploitation. However, it is difficult to determine the exact statistics because so many cases of human trafficking go undetected and unreported. Derek Kabyanga, Ashraf Unduga for BTM News Today.